What's up, everybody? This is Scott with KC Blade Drip. And here we go. We're back again. Back in the saddle again. Okay. I promise that was all I'm going to sing to you right now. Got a little excited because we're here. We're finally going to discuss one of my, I would say, top 3 everyday carries for me that I put in my rotation. It's amazing. I'm sure you've heard about it. I'm jumping on, although I've had mine for a while. Finally decided to give it a go, give a little show and tell review here. Home of the 150% guarantee, where I guarantee 100% of the time I'll be over 50% right. So every knife has a story, and we're going to start our story today. I'm going to help to guide you on your journey, just as I'm a novice, guys. So I'm learning, I'm discussing, I'm doing what I love to do, which is talking about knives. So many different kinds, flavors, things that I like, and I appreciate your time. Remember, you can follow me if you like on Instagram, KC Blade Drip. Here we go. So, if you don't know by now, this is the Pro-Tech Malibu. One of probably the most fidgety knives that I've ever handled. And we'll go ahead, I can do this all day long. And anyone that hears that sound knows exactly what you're handling. You're handling the Pro-Tech Malibu. Simply an elegant, wonderful slice of pie here in the knife. Looks beautiful. The weight, the size, ergonomics, everything is an A+ on this knife. I'm going to kind of talk about some of the things that I like, some of the God, just even looking at it right now, it's a beautiful, beautiful looking knife. I do have my coffee, although it's a little late in the day. Today, you are joining me on this filming. It's May 18th, 2022. Today's a Wednesday. I have the day off from the man, the big time job. And so I thought I'd do a video today. Let you guys into my little rabbit hole here. My little hobbit's nest. So anyways, just to kind of cover, some of the basics here. We are looking at and it's a reverse tanto. I don't like that terminology, but that's what they call it, is a reverse tanto. The blade itself is CPM 20 CV, as you can see. It's one of my favorite steels. I like it. ProTech uses a lot of it. ProTechs are just, oh man, it's one of my favorite companies as well. Everything is just so buttery smooth. And then their autos are just unbelievably powerful. Very snappy, responsive. It is a plain edge. So as you see, plain edge meaning there's no serrations on this particular knife and blade. This is going to be a right hand tip up carry. Look at that, how it just closed beautifully. It's a manual flipper. It's got a button lock here. The handle itself is a all aluminum handle. This isn't a backspacer. This is actually 2 pieces of aluminum. If you can see here, all the way around, 2 pieces of aluminum that are put together to form the handle. We got perfect blade centering here, as you can see. It's right on point. Very fluid, very, very fluid action. I love this. And like I said, all day long, I can sit here and snap this thing. I like the design, and the handle gives you some good texturing, as you can see, and grip. So you feel what on the, as far as the texturing with this handle, you definitely get a good grip on here. The plain pivot, very simple. The plunge lock here. As you can see, the action of, and then this also, it's pretty even with the handle, the plunge lock. Not that you're going to have any problem because it doesn't auto fire. So you do have a lanyard hole here for those who enjoy putting a lanyard on their knives. It's kind of a smaller hole, but you do have that option right here on the end, and then it's very subtle. So by looking at the knife itself, you're really not going to notice that it has a lanyard hole on it if you aren't looking for it. We have a deep carry clip, very small. I love this style. You've got the lip here where it fits in the pocket beautifully, slides all the way up, basically to the end of the knife right here. So you essentially, especially with this black, you're not going to have anything that's really showing out of your pants pocket. And the clip isn't that big at all. I would consider this like a medium size clip. This is one of my favorite ones. Sometimes they get a little long on their clips, but this one to me is a perfect size that you have. Little texturing here. You do have some jimping on the flipper area here, but it's not that aggressive. So if I'm sitting here flipping this thing all day long, my finger's fine. It does not cause any raw places, any irritations on my finger at all. That's the only real place, other than you've got some pattern on the back, kind of the spine where the handle goes together here. And then of course, again, this pattern, look at that, how it just glistens. Definitely show off that. I do like the blacked out version. You don't really have any type of markings on this knife at all, other than where it says on the very top of the knife of the blade, ProTech, and then the blade material, the steel, CPM 20. But other than that, you got nothing. These scales on the handle, these are solid aluminum. There's no milling on the inside or skeletonization. Yeah. It's not skeletonized, I guess is the word. But as you can see, so it is just a solid piece of aluminum here for the handle. The handle itself, let's just take a quick look. Let's measure it first. You know, I actually enjoy doing this real time, so you can see what the measurements are instead of just kind of reading it to you. So the blade looks like that's 3 1/4 to me for the cutting edge. The handle, 4 1/8. There is no glass breaker, thank goodness, on this thing. You wouldn't need it. This is a small enough a knife that it's almost slash, like quote unquote, a gentleman's knife. Kind of elegant. It goes with anything. I mean, I've dropped this in a jacket or a sweatpants or clipped it on my jeans or whatever, and it's just buttery smooth. Sharp as hell, holds a great edge, fluid. The plunge lock is just beautiful action. Buttery. I love that sound. Let's see what she weighs. .1, but very light. So you have enough that I think that could satisfy most people. Now again, based on the task that you're going to do, these come in, I believe, anywhere between $250 and $300, anywhere in that range. Again, ProTech, this particular ProTech especially is a work of art. It's just, I don't know, it's so plain but yet beautiful. Let's look at it in the hand. I wear a large glove, so we're locked in here. There's not really going to be any choking up on this one. So we are going to be behind the finger choil right here. There is no jimping on the back of the blade or the upper part here. So that's, but it's not slippery. We're locked in here. The handle itself, as you can see, for the size of the knife, it fills my hand. So that's fine. And then you can put your thumb anywhere along the back of the blade here to position yourself to be able to do push cuts. If you want a feather stick or if you need to kind of scrape something, you can also kind of with your thumb guide precision cuts, good slashing movements here. You can cut into hose, fabric, anything you need to do with this type of style. I like that you have the reverse tanto where you have penetration as well as great slicing on this. This is a beautiful blade style. Again, this is top 3 EDC for me. I've slowly been covering, I think previously, a couple of other knives that I put in my top 5. So this one here is like right up there at the very top. Great texturing and feel in the hand. I think most people are going to be satisfied with this. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to talk about here. It's pretty basic as far as operation. Anyone that likes flippers or kind of having gadgets to be able to fiddle with is going to like this knife. No blade play at all. You're locked in there really tight. So this is a really, really well built knife. Even if you get this wet, which my hand was wet the other day, and it doesn't slip at all because of this, the grip and the texturing here. Yep, Pro-Tech Malibu. Again, it's only for tip up, right hand carry. There's no other place that you can put the clip at. That jimping underneath here, I guess kind of you might feel it a little, but it's not noticeably at all it doesn't bother you at all, or doesn't bother me. I'm the one that's kind of handling it. Yeah, ProTech, made in USA. The blade itself is a DLC. It's coated. It's a coated blade. So I don't really know how that's going to hold up, if it's going to wear off or long term. It does have a ball bearing pivot in it. So that's another reason it's such a smooth action, which is nice. So it's on ball bearings. Yeah, it's been around a while. So, guys, like always, you have any comments, questions, let me know what you think of ProTechs. Put it down in the comments. I love it whenever we can get going to a little conversation. You should be able, I think knife laws would allow you to carry this, and anywhere where you could have a knife of this size, there's nothing that would be considered automatic or spring assisted on it. I don't believe flippers are in any way considered a automatic knife. But leave comments if you like my content, if you like seeing different types of knives, just hearing, watching me talk about them. Subscribe to my channel. Let me know that what you enjoy. If you have any knife recommendations or anything, also let me know. And again, every knife has a story. I love you being a part of everything here. I've got some of the greatest subscribers, so many wonderful people. Thank you so much. This was and is the Pro-Tech Malibu. This is Scott. I'm out.